Hey there, this is John from Pheidi. I guess it's only me, so it's always going to be John, but this is update number 3. I actually find making these updates uncomfortable because I don't want to. I find it hard to like talk about my product. I don't know why, or talk about anything I do. So I'm trying to do these to like get more used to it. And if you're going to build something, that people want to use, you have to show it off. I'm getting some users, which is exciting. So I want to show off more things. Now, this is going to be a SaaS product eventually. Right now, I don't charge for anything. It's going to be free because I think uh, getting feedback is more important than getting money right now. And the app's great. It works great. You could build a plan. You could race a plan. You could run a plan. It's amazing. But when eventually this thing becomes a product, it's going to be a SaaS product. And there's a lot of thought on the internet about how SaaS is dead right now and how everything is going to explode, or the SaaS marketplace is going to explode because AI is going to chew up everything. Anyone can make a SaaS product. And that's true, but like a lot of people still won't do it. Everyone could build a house, right? It's just nails. It's just nails and wood. You have construction technologies that make everything amazing, but most people don't build their own houses. And I think the SaaS is going to be the same way. You better build something that's hard to build, right? You can't just build a shed or like a cedar planter box. Or a birdhouse. Everyone's gonna build a birdhouse. But if you build a house or something bigger, I think SaaS will survive. But what's going to change, I think, is the surface area of SaaS, right? You need to be agentic in ways. What I mean is that there needs to be a way for you to use an agentic or an LLM, a harnessed LLM, in an agentic way to accomplish tasks. And so right now for Pheidi, like right now you can come on here and on a previous day that you ran, this is just my test run. You can log a workout and I can put in that I ran this in 29 minutes. I can log it and you get a little confetti and you can do stuff. But I think one day someone's going to finish a run and want to say, hey, Gemini or Google or whatever, log into Pheidi and record my run. I ran the whole run in 29 minutes. My pace was moderate. And then your phone should be able to kind of handle that, right? And like something will handle that loop. I'm a little sick, so it may sound weird. But for Pheidi, the key thing is what I built to handle that in Pheidi is I built an MCP server for it. So an MCP server model context protocol allows an AI agent to go connect to it and learn about things. So I have this little Claude code session in here, and I said connect to Pheidi MCP, and then it did because I already authorized it. There's instructions on the website, and I said, can you let me know what my runs are for the next week? And it returned all those runs. It pulled them from our API. It knows how to do that. Well, it's interesting. Last thing I do is said, can you log all my workouts for last week? I ran them all, but forgot to log them. And this is where some of the killer features are because um, imagine having to go in the app and going on your phone and clicking through each day of the run. I mean, it's only 4, but it's still kind of a pain when you should be able to just ask an agent to kind of handle that for you, an LLM tool. So I made that, and that's kind of like what I want Pheidi to work. I want it to always be available for those type of use cases. Now, what's interesting here is for Pheidi, it actually failed to do that because you need a workout ID to say you did a workout, but I didn't give you a way to get the workout ID. So right now, it can't actually complete that request. But what I did was I built a feature into the Pheidi API so you could always leave feedback. Instead of going to like Zendesk or some other hub to report bugs and feature requests, I just built it right into Pheidi because why not? I can save a SaaS fee and it's right in the app, but also I can expose that via the MCP server. So it knows there's a way to grab features, and I can file things as feature requests from the MCP. So like, let's say you're talking to Pheidi MCP, you're trying to do something, it can't do it. It tells you, do you want to submit a report? Then I say yes. It goes submits a feedback report. I get that. Then I could just start working on it too with an agent tool. So like the feedback loops in the app, and it ensures that I'll kind of always see the feedback because I own it. I don't have to go to Zendesk or some other third party. It's right in the app itself. So I know what you said. I can follow up with you. I can implement it and ask you exactly what you needed. I'm really proud of this because it's just like completing a loop you don't see in other apps. Software can be kind of self-modifying now. And yeah, it just stinks when you're in an app, you find a problem, you go to report, and you have to like log into a third system, some help desk thing. That's just like, that's not a 2026 experience. Um, but what I also did to enable more agentic experiences is now if you go to your plan, I'll go back to my plan, there's always a link to get the JSON that we use just display this UI. So like if you go to the URL down here, you can get the JSON endpoint for, you can get the plan information. So you could take this JSON and load this into whatever you want. You could put this in Garmin or Strava or any other tool you want to use. You can just take it. You can just query it, say how long were my runs, what's my average run length, am I trying too hard? If you're a coach, you could analyze a Pheidi plan and say, what's the, you know, how many rest days are in this? How many vacation days? How hard is my runner going? You can do all sorts of that. I want to make this app exist outside just this. I want to make the app work with Claude Code and Codex and all the OpenAI and all the tools. And I think exposing public JSON and things like that is the right way. Everything here is documented too, so like there's a skill about how to understand the JSON. There is the MCP server, a document on how to get that going. So like if you if you run with Pheidi, you're not just getting the plan itself, you're getting all these tools on top of it to interact with it. Because yeah, again, interacting with a web surface layer is going to be the experience of like 2025, not 2026 and beyond. Um, here's the example of the skill. And the interesting thing, yeah, this is only the first version. We're still kind of in beta, and the as we expand, we'll make it better, and or I'll make it better because it's just me. But that's like the goal. So like Pheidi is not just a web service, but it's also an agentic service on top of that, and that's like where I think it's exciting. Again, to go back to the use case, I'm done with my run. I'm sweaty. I'm drinking water. I want to get back in my car and go home and take a shower, and I can say, "Hey, Pheidi, I ran my run. I ran it kind of slow. It was hot out there. Sorry, I'm a little sick, but I could say, "Hey, Pheidi, I ran my run. I did about 9-minute miles. Upload my Strava data from today and complete it." And it just happens, right? That's the use case you want, and that's I think the use case for the future. You know, I want to build the best running plan app or running tracker in the world, and this is just one way that I think I can do it. I hope you log in, check it out, or even watch this video and find it interesting. Thanks for sticking around, and I hope to see you on the trails or on the streets. Take care, bye.